I'm on my period and my face is fat as fuck, so I'm going to contour the hell out of it. Do you understand me? I'm going to give myself a new jawline. And thankfully, drag queens taught me how to do it. It's June 1st, the first day of Pride, and before you post a rainbow or wear glitter, here's what you actually need to know. Pride started because queer people were criminalized for existing. In 1969, police raided the Stonewall Inn in New York. It was a gay bar. That wasn't unusual. Cops regularly beat and arrested people for being gay, for dressing in drag, or just being in queer spaces. But that night, the people fought back, led by trans women, drag queens, sex workers, mostly black and brown. The people resisted. That uprising, which lasted 6 days, became known as the Stonewall Riots. It wasn't a parade, it was a fight. It's the reason Pride exists today. But Stonewall wasn't the first time queer people resisted. In 1966, 3 years earlier, at Compton's Cafeteria in San Francisco, trans women and drag queens fought back against a police raid. They threw coffee, shoes, handbags, anything they had. It was one of the first documented LGBTQ uprisings in U.S. history. I want you guys to take a moment and think about intersectionality at the time. What it meant to be black, what it meant to be a Latino or a Latina, what it meant to be a woman at the time, and then being gay on top of all of that. Okay? Sit with that for a moment. Two women were critical in this movement. Marsha P. Johnson, a black trans woman, and Sylvia Rivera, a Latina trans woman. Both were part of Stonewall. Both were poor. Both were sex workers, and both spent their lives fighting for trans rights, housing, and health care for queer people, especially those forgotten by white-led LGBTQ organizations. Another moment to think about. The reason why I'm mentioning that so many of them were sex workers is because the reality was, in the 60s and 70s, many trans women, especially black and brown women, had no access to legal employment. Employers could deny them jobs or fire them with no consequences. There were no anti-discrimination laws protecting gender identity. If a trans woman's identity was discovered, she could be blacklisted from entire industries. Housing was also denied. Landlords routinely evicted trans tenants or refused to rent to them at all. Many trans women were homeless or living in unsafe conditions. That's why houses from ballroom culture were extremely important. In 1972, Crystal LaBeija created the first ballroom house, the House of LaBeija. This was more than just a performance collective. It was a response to systemic abandonment. They were ignored by social services and criminalized by police. Houses functioned as chosen families with mothers and fathers who provided shelter, food, mentorship, and protection. Pride wasn't born out of celebration. It was born out of police violence and survival. Don't let corporations or influencers erase that. Learn the history, say their names, protect the most vulnerable.